WEL to LFC Transfer Hub, your ultimate source for all the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and exclusive updates. Fabrizio Romano transfer news, 2 Barca signings, Chelsea target special star, Man United guarantee. 2 new deals at Barcelona. Romano announced that Frenkie de Jong will sign a new contract for Barcelona, and he confirmed that Eric Garcia is set to join him in staying at Camp Nou in a more surprising move. It's now just a matter of formal steps before it's officially signed. Frenkie de Jong will stay at Barcelona until 2029, done and confirmed by the player, Romano said. Also, for Barcelona fans, the club is working on a new deal for Eric Garcia. Discussions are very positive. Garcia is considered an important and versatile player by Hansi Flick, Deco, and the rest of the staff. He can cover centre-back, right-back when Count is unavailable, and even defensive midfield. His salary will be improved, and Barca are happy to continue with him. There are still some details to clarify, but the expectation is that Eric Garcia will also extend his contract. Interestingly, in January, Barca were close to selling Garcia to Como for around €9 million plus add-ons. That deal collapsed, and he has since become an important part of the squad. Casado and Fermin Lopez to Chelsea? Romano has lifted the lid on 2 possible transfers between Barcelona and Chelsea. Marc Casado and Fermin Lopez have both been linked to the Stamford Bridge side, so what's the substance behind the deals? In the last few days, there have been reports from England and Spain about Chelsea preparing an official bid for Marc Casado, valued around €35 to €40 million. However, as of now, I'm not aware of any concrete negotiations, bids, or discussions between Chelsea and Barcelona for Casado, Romano said. Casado did attract Premier League interest last summer, and after changing agents, some English clubs approached his new representatives. But Casado did not want to leave Barcelona, and Barcelona had no intention to sell him. Right now, he's considered a key player for their project. Now, regarding Fermin Lopez, Chelsea really appreciate him. They see great potential, as he can cover multiple roles and could develop into something special. Chelsea even made a late bid in the final days of the summer window, showing ambition and testing whether Fermin might be tempted. But Fermin was very clear, he wanted to stay at Barcelona. Barca didn't want to sell him either, certainly not for €40 million. Any future move would involve a completely different valuation. Bruno Fernandes to Saudi, what's going on? Romano also revealed the truth behind links between the reports that suggest Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes will soon be heading for the Old Trafford exit door. There have been rumors claiming he already has a deal agreed with Saudi Pro League clubs for 2026. I can guarantee that's not true. Nothing is agreed, nothing is signed, he said. Saudi clubs have been interested in Bruno for years and continue to admire him. They would be ready to offer a huge salary whenever he decides to leave Europe. The future will be decided later, but the present is clear, Bruno is fully focused on United. Man United updates, Maguire contract talks and Malaysia future. Harry Maguire is in active talks with the Red Devils over signing a new deal with the club. Maguire's current deal runs until June 2026. United already triggered the 1-year option earlier. Both sides want to continue together, but the financial terms need adjusting, Romano said. United are happy with Maguire's performances and leadership. Maguire is happy at the club and wants to stay. If they can agree on salary, a new deal could be signed soon. Otherwise, if no agreement is reached, Maguire would leave as a free agent in 2026. This is one to follow closely in the coming weeks. Regarding Tyrell Malaysia, despite returning to first-team training, there are no plans for a new contract. He is expected to leave the club in 2026. Romano, Arsenal confident over deal as €67 million star, keen on signing. Arsenal are confident of agreeing a new contract with Jurriën Timber, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Gunners have been busy handing their key players fresh terms in recent months, starting in the summer when Leandro Trossard and David Raya received pay increases to reflect their importance to the team. Since then, the likes of Ethan Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly and, crucially, William Saliba have all committed their long-term futures to Arsenal, with the latter opting to stay rather than pursue a blockbuster move to Real Madrid. However, the Premier League title hopefuls are not done yet. Superstar winger Bukayo Saka is also in line for a major new contract, which is expected to see him become Arsenal's best-paid player. In addition to Saka, defender Jurrien Timber will also be granted a pay increase. Since missing his first season at Arsenal due to injury, the Netherlands international has been nothing short of sensational, and the North London club want to reward him for his performances. Arsenal confident over new Timber deal. According to transfer insider Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal are confident of reaching an agreement with the 24-year-old. Timber is described as being keen on signing a longer contract. While talks appear to be progressing smoothly, Romano makes sure to emphasize that the two parties have not yet settled on the final details of this new contract. Negotiations over Timber's salary remain ongoing, but it seems only a matter of time before the player gives the green light. Manager Mikel Arteta has already confirmed that discussions are taking place with the versatile defender. Since joining Arsenal, Timber's estimated transfer value, ETV, has skyrocketed. It jumped to €43.9 million when he joined in 2023, then dipped due to his ACL injury, and is now peaking at €66.9 million due to his inspired form. Tears still come today, my Liverpool story, with Sami Hyypiä. In a new edition of our My Liverpool Stories series, former Reds captain and 2005 Champions League winner Sami Hyypiä looks back on his memorable and successful 10-year spell at Anfield. Liverpool was my favorite club when I was young. My first Liverpool shirt was with candy on the front, it had white stripes. I still have a picture from when I played for Liverpool and I'm holding that first shirt. In the early 80s Liverpool were quite successful, so I think it came from that. I wasn't even 10, so you always start to follow the successful clubs maybe more than anything else. I didn't have any history that my parents were Liverpool fans. At that time, games were only 3 p.m. on a Saturday, they showed one game live in Finland every Saturday. I remember the Saturdays, because it was 5 o'clock in Finland when it kicked off. So, we went to the sauna before the game and then got ready for the game and were in front of the TV always at 5 p.m. on a Saturday. That was a great tradition. It wasn't like nowadays where you have games every day, always Saturday 5 p.m. in front of the TV watching the Premier League. I was sometimes lucky that they showed the Liverpool game. Actually, my dad's favorite team was Coughs, from Manchester. Maybe it was because then we had like little fights at home, to support. But he has changed his favorite club. It's Liverpool now. When I signed for Liverpool in 1999, that was like somehow a circle closed or a dream come true that I can sign a deal with my favorite club. I first met Gerard Houllier when he came to see my game in Holland, and afterwards I saw him. That was probably the first moment that I realized, hey, this might happen, because I meet the manager and he's telling me what his plans are with me. He only said that he's planning with me, that I would be another centre-back in his plans for years to come. And I was very happy if he thought that way. But I had no clue then that it would go how it went. I'm always very modest and a down-to-earth guy. I came to Liverpool to do my best, and it's great now afterwards that my best gave me the kind of career at Liverpool Football Club that I had. That day when I signed my deal, if somebody came to tell me, you'll spend the next 10 years here and you'll win this and this and this and you'll play this many games, I wouldn't have believed that. It was like living in a dream for 10 years. We didn't win anything in my first season, but I established myself as a Premier League player. One of the biggest prizes I've won individually was the Player of the Month in the Premier League. It's not many times defenders get it, and that happened in the first season, in November. I still have the award at home, and that's special for me. Also special for me was how the club was towards me, because 3 months after I came, I got the captain's armband in a game against West Ham. We were playing away and we went to the dressing room and the armband was on my place. Jamie Redknapp was the first captain and Robbie Fowler was the second, and they were both injured. So then I had the armband and I was all confused that this was possible, but very happy as well. And also after 3 months, the club wanted to renew my contract. That showed me how the club was. I had signed a 4-year contract and after 3 months the club wanted to offer me a new contract. The second season was of course unique and special as we won the League Cup, FA Cup and UEFA Cup. It was so demanding and tiring during that season, but it was the kind of experience you would never really be able to live again. I'm quite a calm person, but I have nerves, and throughout my career I always had a bad stomach before games, that I had to go to the toilet like 5 or 6 times before the game. It was because my stomach wasn't right, but that was a good nervousness. I felt that when I had that nervousness, then I can get more out of myself. I also decided later on that if I lost the nervousness, then I would stop playing. But I never lost it. I had it until the end, and that wasn't the reason that I stopped playing. When Rafa Benitez took over from Gerrard in 2004, it felt strange at first. Maybe many players would think that when the new manager comes, somehow they are not sure what's going to happen. Maybe that came into my head as well a little bit, but then on the other hand, if the manager doesn't like me, then there's 100 managers who like me. So, I wasn't worried about that at all when he came. It was the same mentality, that I get my head down, kept working hard in training, keeping myself ready for the games and play as good as I can. I like to work with him because in the football things I learned a lot from him. He was very specific with the tactical things, and that was great for me football-wise as well. I had always in my head that I would like to coach one day, and during that part of my life I learned a lot from him as well. I was sad when Gerard Houllier had to go. But on the other hand, we got a different kind of manager, and I think the rest is history, because in the first season of Rafa, we won the Istanbul final, so everyone probably was happy after the first season. 20 years on, I still can't make any more sense of what happened in that Champions League final. You only have to look at the AC Milan side. Italian teams at that time, if they were leading 1-0, they were able to control the game and then win 1-0, they wouldn't let you score. Maybe it was our luck that it was 3-0, that they thought as well in the halftime that it was finished already, that our back is broken already and we are not able to come back. Maybe that was our blessing somehow. I still don't understand how we won it, how we came back. People always say that you have to believe in something for it to happen, but that night showed me that even if you don't believe, if you put your maximum effort for something, then it can happen. I think every footballer's dream is at least once to lift the Champions League trophy, and we got to do it in incredible circumstances in Istanbul, so I'm grateful for that and grateful to all my teammates that we were able to make it to the final, because we had a few big obstacles to go through before the final already. I think that makes it even more special. The group stage, the last game, we had to win by 2 goals against Olympiacos, and Rivaldo scored the first goal of the game. In the second half, we had to score 3 goals. And also the Chelsea semi-final, I think that was the best atmosphere I felt as a player at Anfield. It was so loud the whole way through the game. That made winning the final even more special. And maybe when the final was like that, people don't remember the semi-final and the last game of the group stage. There won't be a Champions League final like that ever again. There wasn't, and there won't be. When I left the club in 2009, I knew I was leaving behind a lot of friends and a lot of good people. But life goes on, and I'm grateful to still be a part of the LFC family. I wouldn't change this for anything. My last game, I'm still not that happy that I got only like 6 minutes or something. But that was the manager's decision, and I always accepted the manager's decision. The crowd was great. From the beginning of the game they were shouting my name, and the mosaic was great before the game. They wanted me to get on the pitch. It's still emotional when I think of that day and when I see some scenes from that day. Still, the tears are coming to my eyes. I was close to coming back to Liverpool under Roy Hodgson a year later. Roy said he would like to get me back. It was like a double role, because we had worked together with the Finnish national team. We knew each other from that, and I had a good relationship with him. I said to Roy that I was at Bayer Leverkusen now and I needed to speak to them about it. I spoke with the directors of Leverkusen, told them Roy called me and asked if I would go back to Liverpool, and what was their view about that. I knew that they respected me as a person, and I knew that they would be totally honest with their answer. Somehow I thought that they would think about me as well a little bit in this situation. But they said, "Look, we are very happy that you are here and we are not willing to let you go." So, that was it for me. I'm not a person who starts a fight. I accept my fate or accept decisions made about me. I respected their opinion. I told Roy and explained that Leverkusen wanted me to stay, and that was it. That was the end of the discussion. He respected my opinion and my decision.